Shalom. First things first, we want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. We give double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that feed us with knowledge and understanding, and that have labored in this truth. And much love to the elect men that keep faith in these last days. Lord willing, He comes soon and take us from this place and take us out of this captivity and bring us into rest. Just jumping into some news stories. I'm not gonna try to make it too long, but we got this character right here, okay, that uplifted this so-called Confederate flag, and he was dealt with, man, because that flag is not at the end of it, you're going after a strange thing, man. You're not coming under the banner of Israel. We're not Confederates. We're Yasharallah. We're the descendants. We are the descendants of the Israelites, man. Okay? Not no flag supporting coons, man. But we'll play this video and get into the scripts.
A black Mississippi man who often dressed in Confederate regalia to support the state flag has died in a one-car accident. The Highway Patrol says 49-year-old Anthony Hervey was killed Sunday when the 2005 Ford Explorer he was driving left the roadway and overturned on Mississippi Highway 6 in Lafayette County. The vehicle's owner and passenger in the car, Arlene Barnum, tells the Associated Press that Hervey swerved and crashed after another vehicle carrying 4 or 5 young black men pulled up alongside them, yelling and looking angry. Barnum of Stewart, Oklahoma, said Hervey yelled something back at the other vehicle before losing control and crashing.
Highway Patrol is investigating a crash that killed a pro-Confederate flag activist who was black. Anthony Hervey of Oxford died when he lost control of the car he was driving and flipped near Oxford Sunday morning. The passenger said they were being chased. The two were driving back from a Confederate flag rally in Birmingham. Local 24's Tish Clark is local in Mississippi.
Friends of Anthony Hervey tell me he was a fixture here in Oxford. He was passionate about his heritage and keeping the Confederate flag. Friends also tell me that didn't sit well with everyone. Hervey had enemies.
My great-great-grandfather, James Hervey, fought on the Confederate side.
This is Anthony Hervey last October. He talked to Local 24 about his passion for Mississippi's heritage.
Also, my grandfather died in World War II in the segregated armed forces fighting for the United States, so I can have the right to say I want to stand up for my Southern heritage.
He was very smart. He was very kind and warm, just very comfortable, fun to be with.
Friends say Hervey's passion offended many people, especially fellow African Americans.
We were cursed, things thrown at us. Anthony understood that the Confederate flag was used to deceive his people. He loved his race very, very much.
Through Facebook messages, we spoke with Arlene Barnum, the woman who was riding with Hervey on Sunday. She told friends someone was after them when they left the rally in Birmingham.
A gray or a silver vehicle started chasing them down Highway 6. It got closer. There were exchanges. Arlene said there were 4 or 5 young black men in the car. They yelled and screamed at Anthony. Anthony was worried.
Anthony Hervey lost control and flipped the car. Barnum says physically she'll be okay, but emotionally she's a wreck. Friends tell me that Hervey feared the haters would eventually run him.
The haters. Silly, man. This is just some couple scripts. This is the book of Proverbs 11 and verse 21. And it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. It says, as a jewel, that's it on that one. Read it again. It says, for though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And what's that seed of the righteous? Is the elect, man. Israel. All Israel will be saved, but what's going to be saved now is the elect, man. Right now, this dude wanted to uplift Esau in his mischievous ways. There was nothing good to come out that Confederate anything. Ain't nothing good to come out the blue, the American flag, the stripes, man. When it comes to us, we came here to serve slavery. We came here to serve punishment. Why are you gonna upload your? That's like a dude leaving prison and then he wants to rock the prison he wants to seal or company logo. You get the messed upness in it, man. This is our killing grounds. This is where the Most High brought us to be punished. And you want to uplift their flag, man. So the Most High dealt with this guy, man. Alright? Let's go back to one of the pictures. It really says it. There we go. And it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. This is Proverbs 16 in verse 5. And it says, we'll start at verse 4. It says, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Every one that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord men depart from evil. This dude didn't depart from evil. He was head up in it, man. He was joining hands with them and supporting their so-called flag, man. When your people were killed under that banner. Yeah, your grandfather may have fought for him, but that don't mean he did it willingly. Let's keep going. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than great reverence without right. A man's heart deceiveth his ways, but the Lord directeth his steps. So he was deceived, man. He was deceived. He was deceived thinking that, oh, I'm a Confederate flag rocker. You know, I'll support the South, and that's why you got dirted, man. Okay, and it's a good thing, because now we're coming to the time of judgment where this is going to be everywhere, man. And guys like that is not standing for the truth, man. They're not seeking after the Lord. They're seeking after the South and whatever mischievness they want to be a part, man. And this is Proverbs 16. Oh, I got 4 already. Slakia. Let me jump to Jeremiah 13, verse 15. This is verse 15, and it says, hear ye and give ear, be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken. Give glory to the Lord your power before he cause darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turn it into shadows of death, and make it gross darkness. And are we not in the land of the valley of the shadow of death, man? Okay, this land does not have no kind of truth and reverence to the Most High. This place was created. This is Babylon the Great. This place was created for judgment and a prison camp for the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So with that, I'm gonna jump into the next story. You got this stuff that's brewing up with the military recruiting sites. Now you got armed militia that are sitting at these places and guarding them with guns. So this time of class riots and race riots, it's brewing up. That goes into this next video, because you see these.
White power! White power!
at this. It's the book of 2nd Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe unto the world, woe," 14, yeah. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So you have this situation where you have people that's going to be fighting against you. You have class riots, race riots. But that's to fulfill the prophecies of the Most High. That's what you're seeing now. But you got niggas that's wanting to go to the other side. Either way, if it ain't coming under the banner, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and coming back to your understanding, it's going off. But the Most High is going to stir up this pot. He's going to stir it up, and he's going to inflame it, man. That's why you're going to have, that's why these cops, they're standing with the KKK at the end of the day. They're not, they're so-called trying to keep peace, but they're just protecting these so-called racists, man. Because they're actually a hate group, or so-called terrorist organizations that's actually killed people, man, in this land. Okay? And put sheets on their face, man, to do it. Alright? Let's jump into the next story. The situation with Greece is heating up. Now they're starting to feel the pinch of those austerity measures, and it's just going to get worse, man. And that's why it's going to travel around the world. The world's going to start looking like this. America's going to start tasting what this place is tasting.
As the Greek Parliament is preparing to vote on another set of reforms needed to secure its bailout deal, the Greek people have already seen some austerity measures implemented, like a steep increase in taxes, for instance. And so the price of everyday items such as bread and meat have been actually been put up. Well, our correspondent Peter Oliver has been to a supermarket in Athens to see the price changes for himself.
So while it's still being negotiated whether Greece will or will not receive a proposed €86 billion third bailout, the country has already implemented certain proposals that were put forward in order to try and increase revenue. Some of those proposals, well, they're going to hit consumers, and they're already in place. One of the things that's about to see a jack in price is VAT on things like certain meat products, cooking oils, apart from olive oil, vinegar, and basic essentials like sanitary towels have all seen a 10% hike in value-added tax. But how do Greeks feel about the cost of loans taken out by successive governments being passed on to their weekly shop?
Όχι, αλλά πληρώνουμε τα λάθη των κυβερνώντων.
Έχουμε πληρώσει τόσα πολλά όλα αυτά τα χρόνια που δεν έχουμε πια να πληρώσουμε. Και την καλή θέληση να έχουμε να πληρώσουμε δεν έχουμε. Δεν έχουμε. Πήγα στο άλλο σούπερ μάρκετ γιατί ήρθα εδώ και αυτό είναι πιο φθηνό εκεί. Ένα πράγμα.
Εντάξει, ένα μέρος φταίμε λίγο γιατί κάναμε σπατάλες από τότε που μπήκαμε στο ευρώ, δεν καταλαβαίναμε την αξία τους. Αλλά εντάξει, φταίμε λίγο, όχι όμως, τα μεγάλα κεφάλια φταίμε.
But as Greece delves deeper into debt, it seems that it's going to be the Greek people themselves that are going to be the first to pay the bill. Reporting from Athens for RT, I'm Peter Oliver.
As the Greek Parliament...
Alright, let me get this real quick. This is the book of Habakkuk. Because what you're going to have the uplifting, man. Uprising. Because you can only do so much to people before they start coming back, man. But the Most High is the one that's pushing this thing to take Babylon out of power, man. This is all for the downfall of this society. They think it's to build up the new world order. That's the trick bag, man. It's the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's why he's putting all these things on these other nations to put them further under his control, Esau's control, and these banking structures control, because debt is a form of control, man. That's why the Rothschild says, I care not who makes the laws if he controls the money. So you had these people come in and say, oh, we don't want this austerity, but it didn't matter. The money made it, how you say, won. The people's voice so-called won, but the money is the one who triumphed, man. Because they're still taking a bailout package. They still have to have their taxes increased. That's just showing you. This is showing how not to run a society, man. And then let's keep going. And it says, keep it that, yea, because he is Silakia. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto himself all nations, and heap unto himself all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. You see, so these nations are going to come up against Esau and renounce it. But there's going to be a time where the Most High just shatters this grip that Esau's had, majority of this banking structure, EU madness. Okay, because that's a fulfillment of Daniel's, partly strong and partly weak, just like the elder brought out, man. Alright, so these are just quick news updates to show you, things that are happening around the world, none too long, and just some of the updates. Lord willing, you brothers will edify and just keep faith. We're at great times, man. The Lord is coming back, and he's redeeming, and he's recovering, and he's pouring his spirit out upon us, man. And those dudes that don't want to use his name, you're going to get caught out there. So with that, I give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well and teach us and keep fervently in this truth and keep the passion, man. We're at the time, man. Alright, and it's a beautiful thing for you brothers for the Most High to wake up the elect man on the four corners of the planet Earth. So with that, I say keep faith. Shalom.